Hello, welcome to another exciting edition of Sports This Morning. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakman.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Yes, indeed, it's great to be here to talk sports like we always do, like I always say. Welcome. This promises to be an exciting edition as always. I'm yours truly, Ayotunde Balogun.
Okay, getting started, what we have on the show today, of course, is the Tigers, 4 games in a row. And right now, they're definitely going to face Mozambique in the quarterfinals. Will they be able to go on and win the title and, of course, qualify for the Olympics? That's the big question.
All right, to football now, and we're off to Europe, of course. Another bad day in the office for English teams, sadly, as Arsenal and Chelsea suffer painful defeats in match day 2 of the UEFA Champions League. Well, the question on this one is, are the English teams losing their grip on Europe's elite club competition following those defeats? We don't know what it is, but the days and, of course, weeks will tell us the real situation of things.
We're waiting to see if English team will bounce back. But let's come back home where Coach Sunday only said we'll get back to business because he has released a list of 19 home-based professionals that will start a camp in Port Harcourt for the 4th edition of the African Nations Championship. The guy on your screen, Bola on Salami, and of course Solomon Kwambe are some of the players that will lead the home-based Eagles as they look for another glory in that club competition.
Okay, definitely we'll be hoping that these home-based players will be the ones to get into that game, of course, and help Nigeria to qualify for the main tournament, which is in January.
That's right.
Another avenue for more confidence to be given to the guys. You play in the local league. It's another opportunity to showcase your talent.
You can get a permanent shirt with the big team.
With the Super Eagles.
Super Eagles.
You can also get a good club. Educators one year went to the championship in South Africa, shown like 1 million stars, got a good contract for himself. So the CHAN competition is a good one for domestic football for Nigeria. And if you look at the vast stars we have in this country, it's another good way for them to, say, we're talented.
I'm certainly delighted that we're having a competition like this because years past I used to wonder, we have the African Nations Cup, or AFCON as it's normally called, and, every time you hear countries bring in foreign-based players, and you always wonder what happens to the players playing in the domestic leagues because you don't have a large proportion of them in the national team. So I guess CAF really thought it out well to come up with this sort of competition. And for Nigeria, well, I guess we'll be making good use of such opportunity, and it can only get better from here.
Let's let our viewers know.
If you check the last edition, when Coach Sunday. Coach Stephen Kesh, most of the players who went there to CHAN, although they didn't win it, but some of the players were actually inculcated into the national team. And some of those players were also part of the squad that won the Nations Cup. So I think this is also an opportunity for these players also to showcase what they have. And
it really doesn't matter if they win or not. I'm not too bothered.
No, they can win because it's just Africa. Come on, the CAF Champions League, they can. CAF Confederations Cup, they can. What next? Okay.
The CHAN Eagles. So let's let our viewers know that the 4th edition, the African Nations Championship, we call it CHAN, that's the acronym for it, is for footballers that have their careers in Africa. You play club football in the domestic leagues in Africa. So CAF came together and said, let's not get them, too, idle. Let's put a competition together after their football, or even when the season is ongoing, you still play some major competition.
That's right.
I think it's a really, really good one.
Good one from CAF.
And of course, players playing in their own local league are the ones that will play. So if you are a Nigerian player and you're playing in Egypt, for instance, you don't get a chance to play. So you must be playing at home. And that's the beauty of it.
That's why I celebrate a player like Victor Ezeji.
Played his entire life.
20 seasons in the Nigeria. You'd be like,
this is huge. That's really huge.
How many players can do that?
It's difficult. It's very difficult.
When you speak to Victor Ezeji, you feel his burning passion for football in Nigeria. And he keeps saying that this league won't get better if it's just players playing and scoring. He wants you to be part of it. He wants Cecilia to be part of it. He wants me to be part of it. He wants the viewers to have a chance to come to the stadium to watch the games.
Exactly.
He also wants the media to give him more attention. You know, so he's saying, if I've stayed in this league for this long and I don't need to go to Al Hilal or even go to Tipi Mazembe or go to Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan. Who plays football in Kazakhstan?
There is a league in Kazakhstan.
Super Falcons captain, Cecilia.
There is a league. Are you going to go there again? Olumide is in the house. Of course, Olumide is in the house. Olumide will definitely.
He's not ready. I'm sure he'll have his own views.
I don't get what Cecilia was trying to do. I'm just trying to say that
it will take years before the likes of Kazakhstan to get to that level.
Go to Kazakhstan.
Excuse me?
Women's football, if it's better in this country,
can you check? They play good football in Kazakhstan, okay? They do that in Kazakhstan, so don't go there. Yes, they do. The women's league is very, very good. They play in the Champions League, so that is what is important. They play in the Champions League. How many countries get to play in the World Cup to start with?
It's okay, Cecilia. Let's let our viewers know. Let's let our viewers know that the pictures on your screen are the members of the home-based team, Eagles, and when they were called up by Coach Sunday Olise, before the professionals joined in Abuja, they were getting ready, and it's good to see that they got to mix up with the professionals, which is also good for their career. So good one. The league is getting competitive.
Wait, they get to mix up with professionals. They are professionals.
They are professionals.
The difference is they play in Nigeria.
Okay, made in Nigerian professionals.
They get to play with foreign professionals. And of course, you learn one or two things from those foreign professionals. There shouldn't be segregation,
Austin. Come on.
No, there is no
they are all Super Eagles players.
Home-based professionals.
But I tell you, when you
call
ask
them
those
Super Eagles,
professionals, they want to go to Europe as well.
Home-based. They are all Super Eagles, so there is no segregation. Difference is they're playing in the Nigerian Professional Football League, so we can say that. Thank you. Is Olumide ready now? The news.
They're home-based professionals.
Oh God, I'm loving
playing with foreign professionals that they can bring, good experience and bring it to the team. Let me tell you why this is very important, particularly when they mix the home-based players with the foreign professionals. You look at the player like the home-based players with the foreign professionals.
No, home-based. No. Don't you
professional players.
Let's
not spend the whole time talking about all of that.
Nigerian Professional Football League players.
Let's talk about sports, particularly Afro Basket Women's Championship. I listened to Cecilia saying it with so much excitement that should the D Tigers beat Mozambique, then they're looking good to win a third title. We're rooting for them, guys, and it will be good to see them actually get that one.
Yeah, definitely that's what we're expecting, because if you check, the difference yesterday was by 30 points, and that was massive.
Your girls are vexing.
Actually, pity the Algerians. I mean, they came to this tournament without winning a single game. But there actually a time that I would say, what?
It's experience.
It's experience. Okay, it's experience, but sometimes not in that manner. I was thinking they're going to fight hard. At least the Guineans will go out, proud of themselves, because they were able to get at least a win in the tournament.
Significant victory.
There was actually a time, when we felt, okay, the Algerians were coming in. I mean, there was a time they actually made about 15 points from beyond the arc, and that was really awesome for them. I thought, okay, they were coming back, but Scott Naji Trust team was able to regroup, and of course the team came back and they won by as much as 79 to 49. So that was really massive for them. 4 games in a row. It seems when they lost their opening game, everyone was like, what's going to happen to these girls? Will they be able to make it far? But right now they are in the quarterfinals, and that is what is huge. So on Thursday, that's when they will be playing the game against Mozambique, and of course that is tomorrow, October 1st, and I believe they will definitely be able to give Nigerians a gift on that day.
Fantastic. Yes. So, but let's put a pause, because we'll still talk about that extensively later on the show. But today, let's go back to football, and we're getting ready for those friendly games that the Super Eagles will play against the Table Lions of Cameroon, and of course DR Congo. Yeah, and everyone said, Odion Igalo. He was missing against Tanzania. And then Coach Sunday only said they went back, and Odion Igalo is back in the team. But in all, it's good to know that we have some players that we can actually look and then fall back on if one is not doing well.
Exactly.
And it's part of the rebuilding process.
Exactly. It couldn't have come at a better time, Austin, because, ever since Sunday Olise came into the fray, it just appears all the players, you know, especially the foreign-based professionals, are really, you know,
got charged up.
You know, they want to be part of this new rebuilding process. So they've been hitting top form, scoring goals for their various clubs, and I'm sure it will get to a point where Coach Sunday Olise will start having selection problems because these guys are really making a statement.
And that period, can we stop using rebuilding process when, you know, they start hustling, you start having, problem with selections because you have so much players at your disposal. So we can start using the word rebuilding process.
Until you have a consistent team that everyone can say, this is a Super Eagles starting 11.
This is 2015, right? When did we start the rebuilding process? When Siasia came, he was rebuilding. Keshi came and rebuilt his left. He says he is rebuilding.
Yes.
Okay.
It's allowed. Cecilia, let's just pause that conversation.